Hi, I'm Lily Marie, and I'm the designer of the circle ruler. Actually, my son and I designed this together. This particular ruler, I know, is straight, but will make circles. There's a very tiny hole at the top where you're going to put a stick pin, and then there's small holes going 1/4 of an inch all the way the length of the ruler, which is 12 inches, and you're going to get the opportunity to make a circle that's 24 inches in diameter less the seam allowance, or 3 inches in diameter less the seam allowance. All right, let's see what we need for this particular project that we're going to be doing. One, you're going to need the circle ruler. Then you're going to need a roller pen. You're going to need a pair of 6-inch industrial tweezers, a rotary cutter, and we need the stick pin and straight pins. All right, for our fabric, I have taken and cut a square so that I could fold it in half. This one I've already drawn around, and then I'm going to fold it in half again, and I'm going to put a straight pin in it to find the center so that I can place the ruler in the center and put the stick pin in. Using my pen, I am going to draw the circle. Once we get the circle drawn, we're going to set that aside for a second, and we're going to draw the hole. So I'm going to take my fabric for my hole, which is larger than my fabric for my circle, and I'm going to fold it in half, and then I'm going to fold it in half again, and with a straight pin I am going to put that in the center, lay my fabric down, bring my ruler in with the little tiny hole that's at the top using my stick pin. I'm going to press that in, and I'm going to make my hole 1/2 inch smaller than my circle, and I'm going to draw that. All right, once it's drawn, we're going to exchange our foam core board that we used, or you can actually use cardboard if you need to, for our cutting mat. And I'm going to use my rotary cutter, and with my rotary cutter I'm going to cut out my hole. And I'm just going to follow that line around. You'll get as good as me pretty soon. I've cut a lot of circles. Once our circle is cut, once our hole is cut, we'll cut our circle. All right. Whoops. Guess we missed those 2 spots. Throw these away, please. Okay, now we're going to take and we're going to fold our hole in half, and with our clippers we're going to clip the circle here and here. Once those clips are made, we're going to fold the hole in half and bring those 2 clip marks together. And here we want to make sure that we have the circle in half. We're not as concerned about the block because we're going to square that block up later. And we're going to clip at the fold again and clip at the fold again. Lay our hole down. Now we're going to bring our circle in. Let's see, how do I want to put my, I think I'm going to play with this on a point. All right, so I'm going to take in, I want my clip marks to be accurate, and I'm going to put my hole, or my circle, into the hole at an angle. So I'm going to fold, lay it down, then I'm going to fold my circle in half, And as you see, my circle is larger than my hole. Then I'm going to bring those two clip marks together. We lost them, but we'll find them again. There they are. And we're going to bring those together and clip and clip. And then I'm going to lay my circle on top of my hole and match up my clip marks. Here's a clip mark for my hole, and there's my clip mark for my circle. I'm going to flip my hole over my circle and pin the clip mark. And you're going to do that at all 4 clips. When we take this to the sewing machine, we are going to lay the whole fabric to the bed of the machine, and the circle is going to be up. Now I'm going to bring in another block to show you how I sewed. Alright, here's my other block. I've got my bed of the hole to the bed of the machine, and I'm using my 6-inch tweezers. And as I stitch, I'm stitching a straight line. So bring those edges together, start stitching. You can use your 1/4-inch foot, that's all you need. And we're going to bring the edge of the hole to the edge of the circle and stitch. You actually are stitching a straight line. We are not stitching a circle or a curve. So if you think you can't do that, that's not what you're doing anyway. Alright, once we get our circle sewn into our hole, we're going to go to the ironing board and we're going to press. Yes, I use steam. Some of you out there don't, but I do. Steam brings back the size of the fabric so that it, when you're stitching, the fabric stretches out, and when you steam it, it brings it back into normal shape. So I'm going to press one side in and one side out, and this is just to show you what kind of look you can have. Alright, the seam that's pressed out gives me a framed look, and the seam that's pressed in, yeah, really, that's okay. And the seam that's pressed in is going to give you a hand needled look. Here's my finished hole, and I have pressed the seam in because that's the press. That is the way I want it to look. All right, I want to thank you very much for stopping by. We're having a great time here with all my guests getting this taken care of so that we can now have it on YouTube. And hope to see you again when I do my wave ruler. Bye, and have a great day.